Hi guys, it's Brittany, and today I look really gross today, as usual, actually. Um, Today I decided to talk about my high school guidance counselor, and I don't even know where to begin with this. So it starts with the fact that she, doesn't change the schedules correctly in the sense of you're not allowed to change the schedule. Like, fuck. You're not allowed to change your school schedule, like your classes and everything, unless it's for an academic reason, not because, oh, I don't like the class, or oh, I don't like the teacher, I don't like the students that are in the class, but you change it because the class is too difficult. Like, if you took an honors class and it's too difficult for you, you change out of it and you go into an academic class instead, or something of the sorts. Or you took chemistry and you want to change it to environmental bio because you feel like that would have been a better situation. That's what you would change it for, like an academic reason. I wanted to change my anatomy class because it's an honors class, it's too difficult for me, and my mind isn't processing everything that we're doing. So, I wanted to change my class. But she said no. Like, every single time I asked her, she said, no, I can't do that. It's not for an academic reason. This, that, and the next. I have to be really careful not to put her name in here or anything, or to put other students' names in here, because while I am throwing myself out there, I can get in trouble for what I say. I don't want any other students to get in trouble for it. Um, then let's fast forward to November of the school year, and while I will admit things were said, she sent me and somebody else to crisis. But she lied to crisis about my case in particular. I don't know about the other kid's case. I don't know if she lied about his case or if she exaggerated or extended the truth or whatever she did. But I know that she lied because she told crisis that I told her to her face that I was going to kill myself and that I was going to hurt myself and hurt somebody else. You know, when I will admit that I said something, I said it over text. I didn't say it to anybody's face. Then let's fast forward about 2 weeks after that. I lost my sister, and the grieving process is difficult. You're kind of, you can see my shadow on the back wall, and it's really funny. Um, you're grieving, you're angry, you're upset, you're tired. There's a lot that goes on with the grieving process. And I had gone down there to talk about it one time, and she was just like, well, the only thing that's going to help is if you move about your day-to-day life. And I'll admit that it does help when you do that, but that's not something that you say to somebody who's grieving. You say something like, well, I know that it's hard when you go through the grieving process and it's difficult to go about your day, but sometimes all you need is a distraction. That's something better than just saying you have to go about your day-to-day basis in your day-to-day life and get through the day and go to the next. Because that's basically saying, oh, don't worry about it. And so that kind of struck a nerve because, wow, I just lost my sister and you're going to say something like that. And I always went down there to talk to her about this one boy. A lot, I will admit, it did happen a lot. She eventually told me, she was like, well, I don't want you talking to him anymore. What? You're my guidance counselor, you're supposed to guide me through it, and yes, I will admit that there were problems that went along talking to this kid. I still talk to him now, but while there were a lot of problems that went along with it, telling me, oh, you're not allowed to talk to him is kind of like, you're my mom at that point, and I don't like that at all. I don't think a guidance counselor should tell you you're not allowed to talk to that person. I don't. I really, really don't. And then when me and that kid broke up, she told me even more. She was just like, get rid of all of his stuff, get rid of his friends, like, don't talk to his friends anymore, don't talk to anybody that talks to him, don't talk to him, don't look at him, like, don't pay attention to him, this, that, and the next. And she was going overboard. Like, I get it, I'm going through a breakup, oh no, like, but that's not how you deal with a breakup, by just, like, throwing everything away. Some people don't deal with it like that. Some people deal with it like, I'm gonna wear his jacket to bed for the next week because it makes me feel better, kind of thing. And I feel like, yikes. And, some people can throw away, like, everything that they had and just like, oh, bye, it's done, not gonna worry about it. Some people can't. And some people honestly can go through a breakup and still talk to that person and it's fine. Some people can legitimately do that, and I'm one of those people. I can talk to that person if they want to talk to me. And that's just how I deal with the breakup, you know, and then I make my own choice. I dated this person, I'm not dating them. Are my feelings still there? Kind of, and if my feelings are still there, then I'm like, okay, well, I don't really need to talk to you. And that's only if I know for a fact, like, I'm never getting back together with you. That means that I'm probably never going to talk to you until my feelings do go away. And yes, I do still have feelings for this kid, but, like, I would take him back anyway, so whatever. He knows that I have feelings for him, so it's okay. Like, he treats it as is. You can hear my TV in the next room. And then something happened with him and his friend, I think before the breakup actually, where she called the cops because it was harassment. When, okay, yeah, it was rude to be said, it shouldn't have been said, but it was honestly a joke. Was my friend upset by it? Yes, obviously. So he went to his guidance counselor. We have the same guidance counselor because our last names are at the beginning of the alphabet. Her kids are from, like, A, last name A through GH, and his last name is in there, and so is mine. So we both had the same counselor. She ended up calling the cops on the friend because he was upset, because that's harassment. And then she called the cops on my friend because she blew a situation out of proportion that didn't need to be blown out of proportion, throwing out words that weren't right. Because, yes, okay, I was uncomfortable, but I was uncomfortable after the fact because I knew what had happened, and it upset me to know, like, I let that happen. But it wasn't illegal. It wasn't bad. It wasn't, you know, horrible. Like, nothing to call the cops on somebody for. And so she called the cops on him, this, that, and the next. And then she sent me to crisis again. She sent me to crisis, like, February 24th. And I know that it's now March, like, 20th or March 19th or something, whatever. But she sent me there February 24th. Because I tried to kill myself in front of her. With what? A pencil, sweetheart? What? And it was just like, because I stepped out of the room while she made the phone call, and I shouldn't have done that, because if I hadn't done that, I could have, like, jumped in and been like, that's not what happened, like, don't say it, that's what, you know, because she was saying all these things that I never said. And then called the cops, give me a police escort because she doesn't trust my mom, and called DYFUS because my mom is, as she said, unfit to be a mother if her child is going through this. We have kids in the house, mind you, so, like, those kids can get taken away if DYFUS sees anything is wrong. And, like, you can see my eyebrows move. It's actually, like, really funny to me. I have my flash on my phone over here so you can, like, see my shadow, like, 24/7, but that's my only source of light right now besides the light up there, and it was, like, way too dark if I just did that light. Okay, anyway. So then when I got to crisis, they were just like, well, she said that you tried to kill yourself in front of her. Is that true? I'm like, no, it's not. It's really, really not. And yes, I'll admit, like, okay, like, I'm going through stuff. I really, really am. But how am I gonna kill myself in front of a school counselor? With a pencil? A pencil. Yes, a pencil. Because that is what people do. Um, and so basically she just kind of goes like overboard with everything. And then that Monday when I got back to school after she sent me to crisis because I tried to kill myself in front of her, and after she called diapers on my mom and everything, she had the audacity to look at me and say, "Oh, how was your Friday?" Like, my Friday was lovely. Thank you for fucking asking. Thank you for asking. Because that's much appreciated. And so then I snapped. And I kind of, cursed her out a little bit. And my phone's gonna go off in a couple of seconds. And I'm so sorry for that. But I just got the notification. But, like, it hasn't made the sound. And that was my stomach. Yeah. And then she tried to start up a conversation. But then she saw me with this friend of mine in the hallway. And she was like... She gave me a dirty look afterwards. I'm like, who are you? So she basically just goes overboard. And then, and there it is. And she doesn't call people down when they ask. Like, my one friend has to send in her college applications and stuff, and she had to do it by herself because our counselor didn't call her down. And by the time she called her down, she'd sent everything in except for her high school transcripts. So it's just like, she's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, I think that there's something wrong there. I get that she's fresh out of school and everything for this, but, like, there's something wrong there. And that, guys, is the story about my counselor, my high school guidance counselor, my senior year high school guidance counselor, might I add. Yeah, it's lovely. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me rant about this for like 10 minutes because I ranted a lot and I know I did. I am very sorry for that. And I don't know what the next video is going to be. I'm really sorry about that. I didn't really think that one through. But yeah, anyway, I will probably have an upload schedule set sometime soon. I'm not too sure. So look out for that one. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and you can see my shadows everywhere. And subscribe because you know it's free and you totally should, even though I'm a lame ass who makes mediocre videos about her life. Anyway, that's all that I have for this video, and I guess that I will talk to you guys in the next one whenever I film and upload that one.